First and foremost, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, double honors to the elders, great millstone, and salutation to all y'all came on having about building this marriage and teaching this word sincerely and faithfully. I want to get into this is gonna be around everything. I'm gonna go into the food shortages, the energy shortages, right? The police shortage. I'm gonna try to get I want to get into all of this because great death is coming. Great death is coming. I'm gonna title the video "Great Death." It's coming. People have been living great. People, whether it be Jake, whether it be Edom, whether it be Moab, a lot of people been living great. Jake being rappers, stand-up comedians. Esau living great with them 401ks, credit scores through the roof. Moab, every Chinatown, in every major city in America, right? So that's telling, and then it's all gonna go downhill real soon. I'm gonna get into this. This is, I'm gonna get free. It's called Freeport LNG explosion raises risk of European winter energy crisis. Right? Winter energy crisis. This is for Europe. Right, European winter energy. So what do you think is gonna happen? Though America and Europe are pretty tight. You can think about it. America came from Britain, right? Wait. Look in the article. It's already talking about Texas right here. Look at that. If you don't think this is coming to America, you're mistaken. Look at that. I wasn't even. That's spirit because I wasn't even thinking about it. And then all of a sudden Texas just appears there, right? Let's read in. A fire at one of the world's biggest suppliers of liquefied natural gas has thrown Europe's fragile energy security into doubt and spooked global gas markets. Freeport LNG, a liquefied natural gas. LNG, liquefied natural gas, what it means. Producer in Texas will shut its doors for at least 3 weeks. The company confirmed to CNN Business. The cause of the fire at the Freeport LNG's liquefaction facility on Quinnet Island remains under investigation. So no one knows how this fire happened. So they're saying that so how did it even explain? It says a fire, so like a random fire just appeared and they don't know what happened. They don't know how it started. So that's coming. That's coming for America. What do you think is happening to these food facilities? Mysterious fires, mysterious plane crashed into food factory with chickens and eggs and bait and pigs and all this. Pig is a defiled animal anyways, So that needs to go out of business, selling pigs for consumption. But everything else like lambs and goats, there's a chicken flu, there's a bird flu going about. Man, shut up, Europe has snapped up global stocks of LNG in recent months as it attempts to sharply pivot away from Russian natural gas exports. The region, including the United Kingdom, imported 28.2 million tons between imported 28.2 million tons between February and April, according to independent commodity intelligence services, up 29% from the same period last year. The United States is the world's largest supplier of LNG, accounting for just over a fifth of global exports, according to data from analytics firm Vortex. All these weird, output from the Freeport LNG facility makes up 18% of these exports. With no direct pipeline between the United States and Europe, American energy companies cool their natural gas for export to 216 degrees negative Fahrenheit and place the liquefied gas on tanker ships for overseas transport. That process, though more complex than land transport, has become crucial to Europe meeting its energy demands during Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The Freeport blast could deal a blow to that stopgap solution, particularly if the facility fails to come back online soon. So I guess America is supplying America supplies Europe with energy, and you know what Esau's already talking about? There's gonna be an energy shortage in America. So what do you think is gonna happen for Europe? They're gonna get the blackout, right? No, I think energy is also talking about gas. You know, what you use to heat up your house, right? You need gas to heat up, you know, the boiler room in your basement to heat up your house with the heater. And guess what's gonna happen? Esau's already talking. What a coincidence, right? A mysterious fire came, and you know, when summer's over, man, that's when, you know, I think everything will start heating up. You know, Lord's willing. You know, probably starting the winter, man. Esau will do that, man. Esau will freeze you. You know, and what are you gonna do? You know, you're gonna fold over and get the, you know, chip or whatever. You know, we gotta stand strong. You know, get yourself some heat warmers already. You know, pack yourself some heat warmers. You know, them those things that look like tea bags. You know, get those from online. If you know, get them on Walgreens. You know, Target, right? Amazon. Get you a couple of those, right? And keep them on you, because this winter is gonna probably be a bitter winter. You know, already talking about energy crisis. You know, get yourself what's the thermal? I don't know. The clothing that protects you from the cold. You know, because this is gonna be a cold winter. I bet I wouldn't put it past them. You know, because Esau is a diabolical man. He fed our babies to alligators. You know, he tortured our women alive for surgery or whatever. Some he was doing some type of science. So if you're telling, you know, a man who he starved up the Native Americans by wiping out half the buffalo. You know, a man that waited for the men to leave the villages, right, to kill the women and children. The same man who gives them smallpox blankets. You telling me he ain't able? He won't let you to freeze? That's nothing to him. Letting you freeze in the winter is nothing to Esau. You know that's like. Like that's I don't give it like that's like the nicest thing he could do out of all the atrocious things that's coming. That's probably the night like you know it's gonna because these concentration camps they're gonna be torturing you in there. You know Esau's gonna be torturing Jake. You know or put us to or Lord's willing if we do you know end up there. Lord's willing we put to death fast or we hold up our integrity if we do get tortured. You know but Lord's willing man it'll be a fast death. You know. You know, but yeah, you know, this, you know, that man, just get ready, you know, for this winter. Get yourself some gloves, you know. I always wear a pair of boots. You know, I see the elder. I used to, you know, the elder always said, get a pair of boots. I need to get some new ones, cause don't give me blistered. You know, this is, you know, I'm just rambling out. You know, but yeah, this winter could be a dark winter. You know, there's a food shortage, right? This is recent. This is June 10th. You know, chronic food shortages from lettuce to sriracha and the rise of chicken. So there's a lot of people who are gonna go out hungry real soon, right? But you know, Esau, you know, he started, you know, he's starting out small. You know, you got people making fun of this. People got people laughing about making jokes. Damn, we're really gonna miss sriracha sauce. You know, people are laughing about it in the comment section. You think this is a game? You know, they think it's gonna lead to more shortages. You know, people are laughing about the tampon shortage. Oh man, whatever will I do without my You know, people are making jokes about it. But you think this is funny, but when everything is almost gone, I hope you know that, you know, you know, people just think everything's a joke, but this type of stuff takes time. It builds up to a shortages and everything, you know. But they were, you know, American people, you know, Americans are dumb. You know, they think everything's a game. From the meteoritic rise of chicken to shortages of consumer favorites, here are some of the latest key food stories from around the world. For centuries, oh man, slocky. For centuries, a delectable steak or pork loin has been the preferred choice of meat for diners as societies grew more affluent and improved their diets. No longer in less than a decade, for better or worse, humans for the first time will consume far more chicken than any other kind of protein. The shift to poultry in major companies economies from Brazil to China is speeding up as inflation makes red meat too expensive for more of the world's population. Chaos in food supply chains caused by the pandemic and Russia's war in Ukraine has only reinforced that trend. There's an even darker side to the ascent of the chicken. Birds can now put on pounds so quickly that organs and muscles can't keep up, making it hard for them to stand. Industrial chicken production also creates environmental problems because intensive feeding operations concentrate waste products and produce odor issues. Food shortages have continued into 2022, giving us flashbacks to 2020 when COVID related supply disruptions meant consumers and retailers could get their hands on a wide range of products, including toilet paper. This time, with a shortage of lettuce and chili pepper in Australia, consumers are hit with exorbitant prices for lettuce, taken to social media to vent about paying around $12, $8.55 for a head of the salad ingredient. Even fast food giant KFC has been forced to put cabbage in its burgers. In the U.S., the maker of one of the country's most beloved condiments, Heo Fong Food Inc., has been forced to suspend production of its iconic sriracha sauce due to the shortage of chili peppers. How do you have a shortage of chili peppers? You just create them in the backyard. This is nonsense. Honestly, every single person should have their own little garden. There should be chili peppers. A shortage of chili peppers is ridiculous. Come on now. Who's falling for this? There's people who fall for this are real. The Lord blinded. Yeah, they're gonna starve. People say, come on. Look, there's a shortage happening, guys. Oh my gosh, there's a shortage of chili pepper. If people really believe in this nonsense. So you're telling me who's this? Who's this person? Whoever the CEO of Heo Fong Foods, right? Don't have a bunch of chili peppers in their backyard. This is all operated by Esau. Esau third Moab. He tells Moab, listen, yeah, white man good. White man, yeah, he know who he talking about. Esau putting fear in his heart. He's yeah, we listen. Moab is just a docile, Moab is just, cooked, you know. Moab listens to Moab loves Esau. You watch Dragon Ball Z. When Goku transformed, what do he look like? Blonde hair and blue eyes. Naruto, blonde hair and blue. All these characters blonde. That's some type of freaking. Some type of someone to look like someone to be like. Devil. The weather played a big role in driving the shortages. An agricultural market uncertainty over how long the war in Ukraine will hinder grain shipments out of the Black Sea region is intensifying pressure on farmers to produce bumper harvests that's putting an even bigger spotlight than usual on the outlook for drought, flooding and other events that could impact supplies. A worker sweeps wheat grain from delivery truck at a government-operated mill in central Egypt on Thursday, May 19th, 2022. One of the world's biggest wheat importers, Egypt is wrestling with the impact of Russian invasion on Ukraine on supply. My thing is, every country should be self-sufficient. No one should be dependent on Esau, especially Esau. Come on now. If he doesn't like something you're doing, he could just cut off your food supply. Why would you? But that goes into the scriptures, right? Obadiah, you know, talking about let's cut them off from knowing who they are. I can get it right now. You know. Psalms 83:4. They have said, "Come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance." So this is going into these other nations. So the reason why you have this is because they're all joined with Esau. Chinatown, there's every major Chinatown, and United States cities. I'm trying to, you know. So like every major Chinatown in every city in the United States. Wonder why Elam, right, can get every gas station and corner store, right? Or why Ishmael be making money and start businesses here too. You know, because they all confederate against us. So like you got a lot going on, and wait, I'm gonna see if I got that. Um, what I was about to get. This is what I was gonna get. This is coming. Second Chronicle chapter 15 verse 13. That whosoever would not seek the Lord Yahweh of Israel should be put to death, whether small or great, whether man or woman. So the Lord does not respect a person. Jake think does. Sriracha sauce and lettuce, least of your worries. That he saw when this winter hit, man. Lord's willing, there's gonna be a lot more suffering. Esau's gonna cut off the power, right? There's already food shortages that's saying coming in the coming months, right? Prices are going through the roof. Food prices. There's food shortages in the dead of winter, and there's no power. And what do you think Joe Biden's gonna do? He's gonna get on TV and they're gonna say, "Stay calm, everyone. Stay calm. Everybody, just stay in your houses. It's gonna go by. It's gonna go by so fast. Don't even. No one's gonna listen to him, right? It's gonna be days upon days. It's gonna be 4 days, right? No power, no food, right? What people are gonna start killing, right? People are gonna start stealing. They're gonna start eating each other. I'm telling you, man. There's a reason why Esau pit McDonald's, there's human meat McDonald's, because he's trying to get people to be cannibals. You know, and that's what's happening. Great judgment is coming. You know, is my phone just. I'm gonna get Oh wait, yeah, I got a good one. What does it say? We got Mark chapter 13, verse 18. And pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, right? You know, but we know it's gonna be, it may be in the winter, it may not, it's up to the Lord. I don't want to say it is, but the way things looking, and you would think so, right? But everything's up to the Lord. You may think it is, but it'd be something completely different. But the power out. They're talking about energy shortages in the coming winter for Europe. Why the winter, Esau? Why not during fall? Why not during the summer? Why it gotta be the winter? So it's like, damn, guys, the explosion that just happened. In middle of the summer, is gonna affect the winter for power. I'm like, who comes up with this? Esau just thinks you're not slick. That's when people are gonna need the heat the most, is during the winter. You know. Maybe we're gonna be freezing to death. Imagine freezing to death, starving and freezing. Not just starving. Starving and during the day is something else. During the heat, but you're gonna starve during the winter. You're freezing and you're hungry. You know this is coming, man. People. Jake take advantage of take for granted the things. Not only Jake but everybody in general, right? Take advantage. They take I forgot that. I don't know the word I'm trying to get. They take advantage. They take what's that? Another, I forgot the saying is, another man treasures another man treasure. I remember growing up, I would get full fast and I'll throw away the food. My mom said, "There's kids in Africa who don't eat." It's like I don't know what you want me to do with that information. But that's coming to America, right? People are gonna be people. America's about to be the new famine, new starving country. Third world country. You know, and it's rightfully so. This country deserves to fall, right? It's got famine's coming. You know, that in other countries they're gonna be talking about, "Mom, I'm not hungry no more." What about the people? What about the people in America? They're starving over there. America's gonna be the new Africa. So called, because they always talk about how how that continent is so poor, but yet they have so many resources that you just loot them, take advantage of them. So that's BS. America's about to be the new Africa. Take for granted. Tawada Tiyao Bashim Yashai. I keep saying advantage. People take for granted what they have. But when you can't go to TGI Fridays, Applebee's, or sit at the bar and eat your favorite chicken wings, right? And drink your Bud Light and watch the basketball game. Then I don't know. Then yeah. Then you're gonna be really. You're gonna say, "Damn, maybe I should have." Took heed. But Jake don't want to take heed. Jake want to have fun. That's all Jake is about. Bullshitting. You know. What did Craig tell Smokey? You walk up and down the street playing. Think he's playing about his. He's not playing about his money. The Lord. The Lord is not playing. He's about to unleash serious judgment upon the world. If you're not ready, if you're not taking heed to this, you're gonna get caught out there. But now we already got. I'm talking about the power outages and the food shortage. Now look at this. Experts warned that drought will impact Northwest this summer. So you got people in the Northwest gonna get a drought. Drought is expected to impact much of the Pacific Northwest this summer, including areas in eastern Washington, southern Oregon, and southern Idaho. According to climatology and water officials, a recent map from the U.S. Drought Monitor shows that about 54% of Washington is experiencing abnormally dry or drought conditions, with about 25% of the state in severe or extreme drought. The Yakima Herald Republic, Washington, Oregon, recorded above normal precipitation levels and below normal temperatures in April, which brought gains to snowpack in some areas. but state climatology experts predict it will be warmer and drier than normal in summer months. So there's gonna be a drought. People are gonna be dehydrated, right? I think I was talking about this summer because this was on May 19th. So this probably is already happening in Washington, right? And the other parts of the Northwest. You know, why this is all happening. Second Ezra chapter 6 verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So Esau's world is ending. You know, there's no if or buts about it. There's a chip shortage, right? There's a food shortage, the water shortage. You would think, how the heck could water be a shortage? But there's an energy shortage. This is you look at it. You look at it in a different view. Esau's in rulership, and what did that scripture say? Esau's the end of the world. Everything's ending for Esau, right? Second Ezra chapter 6 verse 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. You look at all these Kmart's and JC Penney's and all these are going out of businesses, right? These malls are shutting down. Esau's about to turn them to concentration camps. But a lot of these places that you're used to going to are shutting down. They're not making as much money. GameStop, right? People love GameStop. CEX, right? CVS's are shutting down, right? I look at that and I see Esau, a building will be empty, then it'll say on the outside looking for places looking for something rentable. The full storehouse shall suddenly be found empty. So people are gonna starve. You know, sriracha sauce and lettuce is the first. That it's just a, that's a small effect, right? But that is coming. Food shortage is coming. And you're not gonna be able to stop it. You're not gonna be able to do anything about it. What do people are gonna try to stock up, but it's gonna be to no avail. Most of the people stocking up is Esau. But when Jake kicks down them doors and try to fight you for your food, then yeah, man, that's coming. Um, Suddenly shall the sown place appear unsown. So Esau is gonna. So a lot of people are gonna starve out here, right? But you can't. You have no excuse. You know. You know. Proverbs chapter 1 verse 22. How long ye suppose will ye love simplicity, and scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge? Wait, how do you read full chapter? Read the full chapter. I'm gonna get straight to the point. I'm gonna start at 23. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I'll pour my spirit onto you, and I will make my known words onto you. So, like, the Lord's been speaking through the servants, the prophets on the highways and byways, making these videos, talking to, coworkers or your family or probably your friends, your woman. So, like, he's been doing this, through us because I've called and you refuse. So, all these people you've been trying to tell, your family, your friends, your coworkers, right? Your woman, and they all refuse, right? And I have stretched out my hand, and no man regard. But the scriptures also say, if a woman dwell with you. So it is. So if you have a woman and you're in this truth, so she can be saved through you, through your faith. So it doesn't. So let's exclude her, right? And let's talk about your family, right? Your coworkers or your friends, right? In the work industry. I've stretched out my hand and no one regarded, on the highways and byways. But ye have said at not all my counsel and would none of my reproof. All laugh at your calamity, right? The Lord's gonna laugh at you. He's gonna laugh when because you're like taking this as a joke. Jake, you going to highways and byways. Jake don't listen. Jake wants to watch the Celtics versus the Golden States. When your fear cometh as a desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, and then they shall call upon me, but I will not answer. See, that's the problem I have. Jake, that's what Eve is gonna do. That's what women are gonna do. That's why it is gonna say 7 women shall take hold of one man. Same women you try to tell in the past are gonna try to come cling to you. Right? That's a woman trait. Women are gonna wait the last minute because that's Eve. That's Eve. Women are. But the man, that there's more is expected out of us. When you as a man gonna wait the last minute. Yeah, nigga, I ain't listening to you. Shut up. Shut up, nigga. I want to listen to that drill rap. Jake wanna be a barber. There's nothing wrong with being a barber. I don't know why I mentioned. But Jake wanna be a part of this world so bad. Jake wanna give people lineups, right? Jake want to be a soccer player. Jake want to be a dancer. Jake want to do everything underneath the sun but serve the Lord. Jake's like, damn. He's gonna wait. Watch when everything falls apart. The power goes out of food. Like, damn, maybe. So where are those Hebrew Israelites at again? Like, I could have sworn they were down here. Like, downtown. I swear, I seen them. There's gonna be like 20, 40 groups of people out there. I'm scared I can't feed my kids. Shaniqua is gonna be out there. Carlos gonna be out there. Deshaun, Marina. All these types of people are gonna be downtown. The pastors, the pork chop eating pastors are gonna be. Everybody. Jake is gonna know now. Jake is gonna want to inquire. Nah. For the brothers, in that day, watch out. Don't even go down to, when we're off the highs and byways. Don't even walk past where we used, where you set up camp. Because they say, hey, yo, I seen him. That's the guy that was on video. He knows what's happening. They're going to chase you. They probably hold you down to tell them what's going on, if you walk past your last, once the Lord takes us off the highways and byways, the Lord is going to, he's gonna take us off the, if you walk past your old campsite, you're gonna see mad people. Then someone's gonna squint and like, ain't that guy that was on camera? Didn't you say? Yeah, bro, that's him right there. That's him. Everybody's gonna be like, yeah. You're gonna have to run away. And that's what's coming, man. Go back to your regular campsites. We set up camp. You're gonna have a bunch of people there looking for you. When they see you, they're gonna chase you. So I wouldn't even recommend walking past your own. Once we're off the highways and byways. But I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as a desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind. When distress and anguish cometh upon you, then they shall call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. So they're gonna be calling upon the Lord. But if you look, people don't even know the Lord. They're gonna say, hey, wait, what's his name again? Yahweh, Yahshua, Jesus. Jesus. That's way off. That's worse than the other one. And then Yah. But the Lord. The Lord's name is Yahweh. His son's name is Yahushua. But people are gonna try to find the Lord. They're gonna try to seek me. They're gonna try to seek the Lord. The Lord's gonna just sit there in the heaven, just like, trying. He doesn't hear them. They don't know his name. And if they do know his name, and you're only calling upon it now, why didn't you, what about all the other times, right? You had an opportunity to pray to his name. Now you're going to use it more. You're going to use it at the last minute when, like, come on, man. The Lord ain't playing with you. For that they hold it, for that they hated knowledge. Jake don't like knowledge. Especially the ones from this generation, my generation. Jake just like riding on mopeds all damn day. Having a bike races. And did not choose the fear of the Lord. They would not of my counsel. They despised all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat of their fruit of their own way, and be filled with their own devices. For the turning of the way of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But whoso hearketh unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from the fear of evil. So we just got to keep trusting in the Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, having faith, because that's that's going to be a big factor, having faith. You know, you got all these doomsday preppers, right? But what good is it if you don't have the Lord's name? You know, you can have all the king. You can have a whole room filled with candles up to the ceiling. And if the Lord doesn't want you to, if you don't know the Lord's name, what good is it? Because let's say there's so many ways. You know, if you watch the show Thousand Ways to Die, there's a thousand ways the Lord can mess up your prep. You know, someone can steal your food. All right, you probably won't. The cities can get shut down. Set number two, you won't be able to make it back to your house. Number three, you know, I don't know, your house gets set on fire, right? You know, and it burns up all the canned goods. So like, there's a lot of ways. There's a lot of ways things cannot turn out the way you want it to. You know, and not only that, how are you gonna transport all of that food, right? You know, the scripture said you gotta be a pilgrim upon the earth. They're gonna take all your food with you, all of your food. You know, you gotta be smart. You know, you're not gonna. So if you stack to the ceiling, you're gonna wait. You know, that's gonna be. You know, not only that, but the Lord said you're gonna eat. You know, there's always gonna be food out there. You know, wild turkeys, right? Probably wild chickens may come across a farm, right? Take some of Esau's probably dead, right? This Edomite probably laid out bullet holes in him, right? His house been ransacked, but there's chickens. There's chickens in his you know, in his barn or whatever. You know, you probably go to the countryside. You know, leave the city. You know, so like there's many ways the Lord could feed you. You know, there's fish you can go fishing. You know, make a fishing net or buy a fishing net, right? Get a fishing pole, right? You know, so there's a lot of different ways the Lord can feed you. You know, so for people to say that they don't that you know Esau is doomsday prepping, then you gotta examine yourself. You know, if you're doing that, you know, there's nothing wrong with having, you know, having food. You know, we got, you know, you got to be wise. You know, you can't just starve. You know, but to stock to the ceiling and put all your trust in your food, in your stuff, right? Like those pastor, one of the pastors said, the Lord blessed me with all this stuff. You know, and so it's like, you know, you gotta put more trust in Yahweh Shem Yahshua more than anything. You know, but we're gonna come into some heavy times, so I want to get Second Ezra chapter 14 verse 14. You know, let go of the mortal thoughts. You know, so don't think about what's gonna happen today or tomorrow, right? Don't, you know, try to be ready to the battle. You know, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature. So we're gonna have to be ready. We're gonna have to be hard. We got to. You know, it's gonna be. Life is hard. You know, it's. I wish that was one thing. You know, I was taught. I wish I was taught that at an early age. You know, life is hard. You know, not everything's gonna come easy. You know, and that's true. You know, everything. You know, you're gonna have to be mentally ready. You can't be emotional. You can't panic, right? You can't panic. You know, because if you panic, you know, you don't know. You know, that's what's gonna separate us from some these men. But men are gonna be scared in that day. You know, and women are gonna be looking for a man who knows how to know what to do in that time. You know, but this is coming down to the wire. You know, this year could be the year of the power outages in the winter. You know, the year of turnip, like the Apostle Tahar said, this is the year of turnip. You know, everything's turning up, man. That's so spiritual. You know, I'm looking at everything happening. You know, it's amazing. You know, and this is turning up. You know, the Lord turning up the heat. You know, using his sword Esau. Right, Esau is just being a demon. You know, it's coming down, man. A global food shortage. You know, and we just gotta be strong, steadfast in the faith. You know, but with that, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai. Double honor to the elders, Great Millstone. A salutation to all you, Akim on the Highland Byway, teaching his work sincerely and faithfully. Till next time, I say Shalom.